Hello everyone, as usual it's me Pavlo, and today, as usual, I'm going to tell you about really interesting earphones. I'm a bit late for the premiere, but still it's really interesting IEMs. They are made by Sivga, and I think a lot of people know this company for their great full-size headphones, but this time they decided to create in-ear planars named Nightingale. So 16 ohms of impedance, 100 decibels of sensitivity, some planar-magnetic driver 14.5 millimeters inside, and also Sivga's approach to sound tuning. Also good package, accessory set, design and so on. And all that comes for $230 if I remember right. So really interesting and promising model, so let's have a closer look. So let's do a quick unboxing and see what we have inside and how does it look. So box is nice, it's really stylish, it feels really pleasant, and it has interesting texture with almost invisible glitter. So you can see that gold sparks only under the direct light. In combination with this gold stripe, it really looks unusual and pleasant. So inside of the box we getting earpieces themselves. Actually they both have this protective film, but I already peeled one, and one I kept here to show you. Let's have a closer look a bit later. Nice practical carry pouch, really hard one, really reliable in terms of protection. Stock cable and plastic organizer with tips, really nice and convenient to use. You having two type of tips, that one's made of softer silicone with color stamps, and this one is also classical tips made of gray silicone. Both types are pretty often met on the earphones market, and in terms of design it really looks well built and really well made. So here is how they position in ear. You can see that orientation of faceplate is a bit tricky because it has opposite shape to what we've used here, usually narrow and goes down, but not in this case. Superb looking faceplates made of polished wood, all metal shells, including these spouts. You can see how complex the grill looks here. They're fitting nicely into my ears thanks to the pretty well thought ergonomic shape and absence of sharp edges, but of course wearing comfort is subjective. They have about average noise isolation thanks to the fact that earpieces themselves cover your ear pretty well. Cable is made replaceable. As you can see, here used slightly recessed pins to make connection more seamless. Let's unwind this cable and see what we are getting inside. So bonus velcro stripe as usual. Come on, yep, so here it is. So it's a left earpiece, and here is the left connector. Two pins fitting nicely, looks like it belongs here. There are ear hooks formed, they go around your ear, but they are pretty soft. And cable itself is also, it's not really thin, but at the same time it's pretty soft with almost absent microphonic effect and really comfortable in everyday usage. So here is the splitter with chin slider, and underneath it goes down to the connector. So you can select which connector you would like to use, but as far as I understand, the most used one is 4.4 millimeters Pentacon. So in terms of exterior design, accessories, in my opinion, everything looks rich and well. And now it's time for the most beloved part of our show, named What About the Sound? And here the answer is pretty interesting. Sivga created pretty anti-mainstream earphones with mid-centric tuning. So if you're used to classical V-shaped signature, then thank you for listening and of course have a great day. I'm kidding. So these earphones will definitely offer a unique experience to listeners. They are mid-centric, they are pretty technical, as we can expect from the planar-magnetic earphones. And that means that they will be really great for music and genres oriented on natural instruments, and better they will show themselves on the unplugged performances, starting with orchestras and ending with, I don't know, something like Hof ensemble with just a few instruments and perfect quality of records. So, first it's bass. I can't say that they are really bass light, but they definitely lacking modern accent on the low frequencies. They are almost flat and slightly rolled off on the deeper bass. It means that actually that deep layers of bass are present, but they won't give you that sense of overwhelming rumble or something like that. So you'll get enough of deep bass to represent some instruments like organ, for example, but not to give you that sense of overpumped big bass. It's really great for acoustic instruments, for something that is saturated with overtones. You'll get both good sense of realism and proper attacks and decays to show all nuances of this instrument. But for some listeners, it can require some usage to accommodate that not boosted bass. But also they are pretty good in terms of equalizing, so you can add bass with equalizer and they will respond really well to that. So I'm speaking about only the natural representation. So, to my taste, they are pretty universal, but of course, those who used to like mighty power bass, it won't be the greatest choice. But if you want to get like clarity and quality or quantity, it's a great offer. And I selected as an example Blues Company If I Only Could, and it's like a typical modern audiophile record with really high quality bass line, not over dominating but saturated with nuances, and these earpieces definitely played in a pleasant accentuated way with good sense of I can't say live performance, but like real performance. Mid frequencies are the main star of the show here, and they definitely shine. They are pretty technical, but not oversaturated with micro contrast to give you clinical or analytical representation. Still, there is a noticeable lean towards the detalization, but at the same time, they doesn't sound too dry or too analytical. First of all, thanks to the really good linear mid frequencies, and second, thanks to the perfect distribution of weight and well-built imaginary stage, good dynamics and emotion representation. But of course, to get the most of their performance, you'll need good quality records. With them you'll get absolutely exciting special stage, which is really great. Depth is not that great, but still pretty good with nice layering. But width is absolutely stellar, and but not like overblown. What else I can say? They actually don't have that typical upper mids boost. For me, it sounds really good, and I like earphones that doesn't do that, or at least does that in a moderate way, because I don't like that extra spiciness. It's it's really good solution if you're going to release some earphones and you don't want to spend time creating some unique tuning. Just boost upper mids and lower treble, and everything became more energetic, more impressive. Also, listener will have that sense of pseudo detalization, but without that, things are sounding more balanced. Female vocals are closer to what they should be. Instruments are more natural and so on, but it also can require some accommodation, but I think it's worth that. And as an example for the mid frequencies, I've selected one of my most favorite tracks ever created, Dire Straits Telegraph Road. Of course it's long, but it's full of virtuoso guitar by Knopfler and great solos, his signature guitar work, and all that is represented by these earphones in a really impressive and natural way, so it's really enjoyable track and it sounds really emotionally. Treble is also pretty balanced, they are almost linear, there is slight boosts and drops in the treble area. Drop is to make sound less saturated with sibilants and that unpleasant resonances. Then they have slight boost to give you more treble extension, and that all works pretty nicely. And thanks to the planar-magnetic driver, treble sounds pretty realistic with proper attacks and decays, balancing between airiness and more realistic weighty representation. With above average extension. Layering is really basic here, but it's something to expect. But at the same time, they're not trying to sound over energetic, so if you a fan of like really present treble with a lot of energy, it can be also not your option. But if you're looking for some model with more safe treble, safe in not in terms of like absolutely softened or absent, no, it's not the case here. Treble is present, but at the same time it's not sharp and without excessive sibilants. Then it's a really good option, and it plays really well with that mid-centric approach. You're getting the most of mids, and treble is here to give you airiness and overtones, but not dominating over the mid frequencies and show you the best part of the sound of these earphones. What we've got as an example, oh, of course it's Pat Metheny and Lyle Mays track It's For You. Lot of percussions, nice guitar, pretty decent record quality, really great masterpiece in probably, let's call it, modern jazz. And a lot of things here goes to the treble area, and this earphone sounds really pleasant, but not oversaturated. So if you're looking for such option, it can be great. So speaking about the comparisons, just a few other planar models I can instantly recall. For example, Heidi's MP145. They are much more bassy, much more fun, and of course less technical and mid-centric. Kefine Clanar that I reviewed recently, it's also slightly more on the warmer side with less technical mid frequencies. And Teen Hi-Fi P2, they are more like energetic, especially on the treble, more punchy on the bass, but at the same time slightly, actually not slightly, but noticeably drier on the mid frequencies. So this one is mid-centric, while Teen Hi-Fi like is more speed and energy focused. Speaking about the pairings, actually they require something good to drive it. They are moderately power hungry, but still they will require some nice player or some good dongle, but luckily we have a lot of great dongles on the market. I recently reviewed a bunch of them. So interesting model with unique experience. Definitely can't say that it's like absolutely universal or everyone will like them, but if you like that genres of music, they will definitely give you a great experience. Thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and have a great day.